Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. I'm your host with the mostest. And sitting next to me is James Young,
the
comedian extraordinaire.
And street lawyer.
Street lawyer.
There you go.
The street lawyer. Everyone's a street lawyer now.
Yeah.
I watch Law and Order. I know stuff.
I love when they argue with you.
Bum, bum.
I love when you post a great video where you're actually telling them what the law is, and they're like, no, let me tell you what you should do.
I feel douchey when I do that for some reason. I don't know, because having to justify your existence all the time is painful. But then I know some people who are lawyers who shouldn't be. I mean, these people are terrible.
Okay.
I'm a lawyer. Shut up. Shut up. I've had that come across.
Yeah.
And I look at, what do you do? Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't graduated yet. I'm in paralegal school. And nothing wrong with paralegal school.
Yeah.
But you can't say I'm a lawyer. The problem is there are a lot of lawyers.
A lot.
And now we have the way we take exams are not the same.
What do you mean?
Well, some are pass-fail.
Okay.
And some get in without having to take the bar, and some do some weird stuff, and some go to unaccredited schools. And every once in a while, you sit down and have these conversations about the law. Mm-hmm. And you go, did you chat GPT this thing? And they look at you. What? Okay, see this case? You got this case from a Scooby-Doo episode.
Okay.
What? You go, I Googled it. Mm-hmm. The case happened in Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. It's not a real case.
No.
The AI just pulls crap off the internet. They don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, I love that.
AI is a convincing liar.
It is.
It uses, and if you don't believe me, I got one word, Wikipedia.
Oh, yes.
I was interviewing a celebrity the other day, and I brought up something on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, that's not true. I know it's on Wikipedia. I said, why didn't you change it? What do you mean? I said, anybody can change the facts on Wikipedia. You just go to the page and you edit it.
Yes.
You don't have to be a member.
Nope.
You don't have to be logged in.
No.
Any moron can edit.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Well, we got something great here today for you, my friend. It has to do with L.A. Okay, here's my legal question for you, Legally Screwed. I was rear-ended in Los Angeles and have ongoing neck and back pain with headaches. But the other driver's insurance only offered me $2,000 for pain and suffering. Are they lowballing me, and should I hire an attorney or try to negotiate on my own?
All right. Real clear. Mm-hmm. I am not licensed in California.
Okay.
With that being said, never, ever, ever go at something without legal representation.
Ding, ding, ding.
Insurance companies know how to take advantage of you. They can't wait to get you on the phone. Watch this one. After your accident, your own insurance calls you. How you feeling? Are you all right? I feel sad. Are you sure you're okay? I feel so bad for you. As they're taping you, waiting for your answer.
Correct.
And your answer is normally, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay will guarantee you do not receive the medical attention you need.
Really?
Every time.
So you've always given me this advice as a lawyer. When people ask you questions, shut up.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up and don't sign anything.
Don't sign anything.
We'll give you $2,000. You know why they're giving you $2,000? Because they know they're getting off cheap.
Correct.
And everyone's going to say, well, you lawyers. I'm going to make you a promise right here. This is without lying, deceiving, distrust, bias, or any other nonsense. You hate accident attorneys until you get in the accident. And then you're like, wow, my attorney was there for my attorney took care of me. My attorney made sure my bills were paid. So many times I get that call like this thing. Oh, the insurance company offered me $2,000. Dude, you've got about $6,000 in medicals.
Yeah.
And once you settle this, you can't go back for more. Mm-mm. Yes, I get that attorneys are an industry now, and all you see are these billboards and all these other things. And I hate a lot of it. I wish it didn't exist. I wish people could just show up to your door and say, hey, listen, I'm hurt. I hear you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
I'll hire you. Mm-hmm. But it's not the way it is.
Not anymore.
McDonald's, top advertiser. Coca-Cola, one of the top advertisers. Why does Coca-Cola still advertise? We all know what Coca-Cola is.
That's right.
Because they need to remind you. So when you go in, you buy a Coke.
That's right.
A Coke is a fantastic product. Mm-hmm. That's why every time they don't have Coke, they go, is Pepsi okay?
And you answer and go, is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I walk it off.
Okay.
But Coke is the product.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of it. They make a sale to you and you use their product. It doesn't matter if they're a good or bad product. Mm-hmm. they remind you to buy the product.
So let me ask you a question, a further conversation then. If I get called by my insurance company or the other person's insurance company, should I say no? I'd rather you reach out to my lawyer instead.
No, I'm seeking representation.
Gotcha.
I'll talk to you back later.
Gotcha.
This call is being recorded for business purposes. No, it's being recorded to use against you later.
There you go.
That's always the way it's done.
That's what that means.
I can't tell you how many times I've read it.
Mm-hmm.
They send me the recording. Well, your client said he wasn't hurt. No, the client said he's feeling okay.
Got it.
Everyone wants to walk it off,
Mm-hmm.
other than the ones who have a neck brace in their car.
Yeah. And why is that the natural reaction where you want to say, no, I'm good. I'm okay.
It's natural. It's a fight or flight issue.
Got it.
We have it. It's built into our DNA. And you people who are listening to me goes, you know what you're talking about? Stop it. Read a book. And I'm not talking read an actual book.
Mm-hmm.
Don't read a excerpt. Don't listen to the AI description of it. We have it in our DNA that we can walk away after an accident. I've had it happen to me, 20, 30 times.
Mm-hmm.
I laid down my motorcycle and ripped my leg and arm wide open.
Oh, God.
I didn't start feeling it for about 5 hours later.
Yeah.
And then I was on fire.
Got it.
Because your body will shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows you to flee because that's in our DNA. The idea was that if something happened bad to us, we were able to leave and get away from the danger.
So in your head, you're celebrating going, thank God I'm not dead.
Yeah, there's adrenaline. There's a lot of things that go into it.
You don't feel it till later.
I have people, for example, I had a real bad case where this young lady, we were representing her, and she was like, Jeff, I feel okay. I said, do me a favor. Let me just send you to the doctor. They do an MRI on her.
Yeah.
And her whole spine is messed up.
Okay.
And she doesn't know it.
Oh, God.
And about 2 weeks later, she starts feeling it. And she's, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And it was major surgery that had to happen. And they had called and offered her $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah. It was $100,000 surgery.
Oh, I can imagine.
Easy. That's where most of the money goes. So people know, normally a case, when you say, I got $1 million, or the billboards say 500,000, you only get 500,000 if the medicals are high enough.
Got it.
So for example, when I say medicals, I'm talking about everything paid out. So let's say you had a $200,000 insurance, surgery. Yeah. That means that most likely the settlement's going to be around 600. Normally it's a multiplier because they know they have to pay the lawyer, they know they have to pay the person, and they know they have to pay the doctor. Because even though I got the surgery, that doesn't mean I'm going to be good.
Okay for the rest of my life.
Oh, it's terrible. Like they carry their injuries forever. They have weeks on end where they can't walk or run or do what they want to do anymore. Yeah. And it's not as simple as, that guy looks good in the commercial. That guy doesn't have legs in the commercial.
No,
So we got to be responsible about this. We can't think automatically that, these attorneys are money grubbing bastards. And some, like in any other profession, there are doctors who don't care. There are lawyers who don't care. There are waiters who don't care. Every profession has people who don't care.
True indeed.
It just so happens that sometimes when these guys are doing these commercials and then in your face 24/7, you build a hate for them. And yes, it's brand recognition.
Yeah.
But now you have hate for this type of...
I've seen it. Yeah.
When I see 50 billboards and they're all accident attorneys, you get mad.
Yeah.
You're going, these money grubbers. And I get it.
Until you need one.
So you need one.
And I've been to where you're talking about when you get in an accident, your first instinct's like, nah, I'm okay. Because I got into a fender bender. At first, I didn't feel anything. But then 5 days later, it hurt when I pee.
Well...
That was from the accident, right?
See, here's the bad thing about being friends with James. I'm also friends with James' wife. So there were 10 jokes I am not telling. So, okay. Yeah. No. I had them locked and loaded.
Guys, I want to tell you
we're doing comedy.
Yes.
It's been such a great thing. About 5 years ago,
man.
I started doing James's show, which there are 4 stand-up comedians, and they go at it.
We do.
And then they get me doing it.
Yes,
and then they go, hey, you should do stand-up. And then I start doing that.
Yeah.
And it's so strange that once you start doing stand-up, your brain kind of starts moving faster because you're looking for the hit. You're looking for that. And I've been in courtrooms where suddenly I'm in that mode.
Yes.
And I'm going, I can do this. where you turn.
Yeah.
And you're able to recover from something bad that happens to you, or recover from some testimony that doesn't work, or you realize a juror is going off the reservation, or a judge is acting differently, or the opposing counsel starts doing something weird. Everything slows down for you. And that's what doing stand-up has helped me with, is that it slows everything down around me. So when you say one line, 10 jokes come out. 10 lines come up. 10 thoughts happen.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying that it makes you gives you a superpower, but it does help. And
I bet it does.
It is improved the practice of law by a lot. So when people go, well, you do stand-up, that's weird. I would recommend any attorney on the planet
to do stand-up,
to do it, because you are no longer uncomfortable in front of 6 people.
No.
And there are times with juries you get a little scared. Like when you're picking a jury, there are 50 people.
And here's a great thing that stand-up helps you when you're in the courtroom. We have to identify as comedians the different demographics in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to learn how to communicate with those different types. So it has to help when you're talking to all these different people on a jury. You have to find a way to connect with them in a different way.
Normally for attorneys, when you're practicing law, when you're talking to a jury, you can recover from something. When you're doing stand-up, that recovery has to be a lot faster.
Yes, it does.
So now you can act with the jury better. But like I said, when it comes to jury selection, there's 50 people and you're talking to 50 people. I do a show sometimes with 300 people.
That's right.
So I don't even think about the number anymore.
Nah.
I'm not even cognizant of what's going on. I'm more locked into the whole everything. And I'm not thinking about, how I feel or anything else, or nervousness or anything else. It's like, I got a job to do. Let's do this job. And when I have to turn, I turn. So yeah, stand-up has been an unbelievable gift to me as far as the practice of law. And, I laugh about it a lot.
Gotcha. I say the only weird thing about you doing stand-up and being a lawyer is at the end of your, court case, when you're closing up, you say, "Good night, my name is Jeff Kaufman."
Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Yeah.
The jury's like, that was a good set. Like, that was awesome.
The worst part about doing stand-up is people who know you're a lawyer afterwards.
Got it.
They hear you and they go, "God, I didn't expect that."
Yeah.
And because the jokes you tell are just jokes.
Yes.
And they thought you just sit around and tell legal stories the whole time.
No.
And no, I do some law jokes, but basically it's just, things that I think work.
Yeah.
So the big wrap up around here is when somebody calls you, say, "I'm seeking representation, I'll get back with you."
Yeah.
That's it. And seek representation. Quick hot take here. I've been on the internet a lot. I'm always looking at stuff. I'm always trying to educate myself. I love TikToks, especially when they give restaurant advice. But I've been seeing these commercials now. Before you hire an attorney, let us work this out for you. You don't have to sue the other person. First off, they're giving you legal advice. It's a crime. You are not allowed to give legal advice in most states unless you're a lawyer, because it's the unlawful practice of law, which is a felony or a misdemeanor in the state you're in. So watching that commercial, they are breaking the law by telling you that. And they don't know. Of course you have to file. We file on a third of our cases because they don't offer the client what covers their damages. Of course you're going to have to do that. Insurance companies aren't going to arbitrarily settle with you for value. They can't wait to get out for nothing and deny it and drag it out, because they want you to get better over time. Let's say you were in a horrific accident and you burned half your body. They want that trial to take 7 years from now, because your burns do not look the same today as they looked when it happened.
That's right.
So they want to drag it out. Do not listen to a commercial. Do not listen to an AI. Before, you don't need to hire an attorney. We have this. Shut up. In fact, what you should do is automatically find the name of that company and report them to the local bar to get those things off, because they are killing people. Sitting across from me is my hootenanny partner.
Hootenanny.
I wonder what hootenanny means. It just sounds like a fun thing to say. It sounds like a party, right? We're having a hootenanny.
We're having a hootenanny. Some barefoot.
But not in the movie Footloose.
Some barefoot dancing.
Other than the city in Footloose, they weren't allowed to have hootenannies. No dancing. I miss movies like Footloose. Remember? It was easy. The villain? They won't let me dance.
You miss movies like Footloose because it used to be a shared experience with all of America. Everybody knew Footloose. Everybody knew Rambo. Everybody knew Star Wars, because those were the only things to see. Now you got influencers have 12 million followers and you've never heard of their name before. So there's no there is no shared common experience anymore.
Like we're on the radio.
We're getting
right
away
now.
from that great movie that everybody knows the line from. Jeff, how many people from our generation know Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg, Johnny. There's never going to be another movie like that where everybody knows exactly what you mean when you just say a movie line like that.
My head of events, the woman who runs my events, she's fantastic.
She doesn't know what sweep the leg, Johnny means.
No, she has no idea. We have Morgan runs all my events. Greatest, most fantastic event person I've ever had. Kind, caring, everything else. Born 2002. My producer, Dave, and I, there's dirt on this planet younger than us. We'll be talking about something, and I can see her nodding.
And you know she doesn't know.
It's like a dog eating peanut butter. You know, it's got that look on your face, and I'll stop in the middle. I go, Morgan, you no idea what we're talking about. She goes, no. But she's gotten so good at it, and that's what I love about her. She knows that we're limited. She knows that we're so stupid that we don't realize that the stuff we're talking about existed before she was born, before her parents even met. We're talking about movies. Sweep the leg, Johnny. That'd be like my parents talking to me about a James Cagney movie. I mean, we realize how those years,
you'd have
decades.
An opportunity to know what that meant. And it would be pop culture. Pop culture used to be everybody's culture. Now there's no such thing as everybody's culture anymore. There is no such thing.
Sure there is. There are influencers that everybody of a certain age know. I saw a Broadway show the other day, and they had out of all the actors, then they had this influencer. The little girl who was sitting behind me tells her parents, "Oh, I love him. I love his podcast." You probably know. Well, let's take out the Republican ones. If you take out the political podcasts, do you follow anybody else's?
Is there any other podcast other than right-wing pundits?
Yes. Right and left wing, take them out.
Didn't know that there was.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool ones. There are a lot of funny ones. There are comedians, there are teachers.
Yeah. Bill Maher has one. I occasionally listen to that.
Look at you. Look at you.
Well, I want to educate myself to the other side.
All right, F this. I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about Epstein. I'm done. I've held off. I mean, how long have I had to hold out? I haven't talked about Epstein since we started. I'm dying to talk about Epstein.
How is it that we haven't talked about Epstein?
Because we've been avoiding it.
I just sit in the chair. You bring up the topics. I don't know. No,
everybody wants to talk about this guy.
You're
Epstein? Talking about a dude who's dead. Yeah.
You mean Epstein?
Yeah, he's been dead 6 years. Because it feels like 6 years. It feels like forever.
I don't know.
And he died in a weird way. He died in federal custody in a prison.
Yeah.
Where he was under supervision for suicide watch.
Yeah. Of course.
And
2 guards.
And
both guards
supposedly all the cameras are down.
Well, they released the cameras, and it turns out the cameras weren't down.
Okay, so the cameras were up, but somehow they don't have all the footage?
Correct. It malfunctioned.
It malfunctioned.
It malfunctioned for 1 minute.
Just his, nobody else's.
Just that one time.
Yeah. And now everyone's so concerned about they want everything. And I've told them, and here's the facts. All right, here's the deal. You want to know about Epstein? I don't care about who he donated money to, because the largest college the most famous college in the world, Harvard, he bought those guys. He had an office there. He had an office on campus for like 10, 20 years. This dude was renting at Harvard.
He was getting bankrolled. Who was bankrolling? That's the thing.
First off, I don't know who bankrolled him. I've seen all the documentaries. And here's the thing I just have a question about. We know he gave a ridiculous amount of money to a lot of candidates. I don't really care. Candidates take money. That's what they do. They raise money. They have fundraisers. You can pay to sit at the table. If you pay $1 million, you get to take a picture with the president. You get to take a picture with the senator. You write the check big enough. Hey, guess what? You got to sleep in the Lincoln bedroom. There's a check you can pay that will buy you influence. It'll buy you access. That's our system. Don't be mad at the system. That's just the way it is. I'm not concerned about who he paid. I'm not concerned who donated money to, or which charity, or who flew on his plane doing charity missions. I care about who went to the island. Just tell me who went to the island. That's all I need to know.
We know.
No, we don't.
We do.
No, we don't. We know some people who might have said it, but we don't have, hey, here are the flight logs. They landed here. Who was in the plane?
What are you talking about? We do have the flight logs. No, we do have the list.
We don't know who went to the island. Everybody. I want everybody. That's who I really want to know.
List.
Like Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. We know Whoopi didn't go to the island.
I don't think she's on the flight log list.
She's in the...
I think you're confusing the release of the files.
Yes.
And what names are somehow contained in the files versus, hey, here's the people who actually were documented on the plane.
So who's on the island?
Shouldn't they have figured this out? The name of the plane is Lolita. Do you know what that means?
Stop it. I know.
Do you know what Lolita means?
They were movies.
It's an underage prostitute, right? I think that's what it means.
Well, no, that's the story.
But
that was the name of the character.
How ironic then is the plane
Like
named
Funny
Lolita,
Business?
and nobody knows what's going on.
Like the boat that, what's his name? Who was that presidential candidate who was on, who got caught cheating on his wife on the Funny Business? That was the greatest name for a boat. But the fact is that what we should care about is one thing. And that's what nobody wants to say. If you're going to gripe as a politician that you didn't get the information or there's not enough out there or people need to be prosecuted, first off, you can't be prosecuted. Anything that happened on that island can't do anything. It's not in the USA. We know that the island is part of the Bahamas. So we can agree that any prosecution could not have happened.
No, I think we have federal regulations that allow for people to be prosecuted. They do these sex tourism
Costa Rica, Vietnam, Medellin, name it all.
You're telling me an American citizen can go to one of those countries, have sex with an underage lady or girl.
Absolutely. Jurisdiction.
And no one in the United States can prosecute them for that.
Where is venue in that country? If they want to prosecute them there, go ahead.
Well, no, the venue is where the law says the venue is.
No.
Venue is a construction of the law. If we make something illegal.
In that state.
No, we make it illegal for our citizens.
No, we don't have a federal law.
We can make any law.
And federal law only applies to things in our country.
We make that can't be right.
It is.
It cannot be right.
It is.
It can't be.
It is. Keep saying it. It's the thing. Anything that happened on that island, the Bahamas can look into it. You can't prosecute these people unless they are involved in the.
I don't believe you.
What they could say is that they were part of a conspiracy that brought the girls to the island and back and forth, and then you were part of it.
I want this in my search history.
You don't want.
Can Americans
Priscilla? No, put that away.
Can
you married? Put that thing away.
Be prosecuted.
She got dinged the minute you typed this in.
For illegal.
There's an app on that phone.
Yes, an American citizen can be prosecuted in the United States for certain illegal sexual conduct committed in a foreign country.
Where?
This is because Congress has passed laws that give U.S. courts extraterritorial jurisdiction over specific sex crimes.
What territory?
Here's how it works.
Yeah, tell me how it works.
Sex crimes against minors, most common scenario, under 18 U.S.C. 2423, U.S. citizens, that's us, can be prosecuted in federal court for traveling abroad to engage in sex with a minor. See, I told you. Engaging in illicit sexual conduct with a minor overseas, paying for commercial sex with a minor abroad, attempting or conspiring to see, America has jurisdiction over its own citizens.
We don't. Show me a single prosecution based on that.
Recent notable examples. A man from Miami was sentenced to life in federal prison after traveling to Colombia to sexually exploit minors and producing child sexual abuse material.
Porn. FBI kitty porn.
Sex tourism case.
Kitty porn. He had kitty porn on his computer.
Florida man who traveled repeatedly to the Philippines to have sex with children and record abuse was convicted and later sentenced to 3. But Jeff, the kitty porn occurred in another country. So your position was the crime was committed in another country.
He had it with him. The majority of the cases that have been prosecuted have also dealt with them recording it, which means
a significant portion. You can't say a majority. We're just giving some examples.
The examples we got where they went over there and they recorded it. And here's how they get busted, because I know a case that happened just like this. I won't discuss the person. They came back and they had the videos on his phone and they had pictures. And he was with somebody who was of a certain age and they consider it child porn. And most of the cases that get prosecuted are proven because of the child porn. Now, if the Bahamas is one of these places and they can go after him, the question is this: why haven't we? And the truth is, there were people out there who testified that they were involved and they saw it and they had sex with these people. For example, Prince Andrew was one of these people, but he's an English.
Didn't he just get arrested?
He got it.
I wonder if the UK
you
has
want
the
to
same
know the
law.
most BSE arrest possible? They said it was like dereliction of duty. While he was on the job of being a prince, he had sex with underage girls. It was dereliction of duty. It wasn't like, hey, you're getting busted for sleeping with kids.
That's what they called it, dereliction of duty?
It's their version of dereliction of duty.
Was that like a morals clause for the royal family?
No, it's saying that you didn't
perform. You have to conduct
you
yourself
weren't performing your duties in the way we wanted you to.
You were not being a role model.
Yeah.
And that's a crime if you're a prince.
Now, I feel bad for Prince Andrew, his kids. He's got 2 daughters. He's lost everything. The mother, she's in Dubai somewhere. Remember Fergie? She's in Dubai somewhere. They got the 2 daughters who, these are decent people. And they're like,
no, apparently not.
Like my dad is now Hitler.
Oh.
I mean, that's how bad they think of this guy because of the kids and everything. And you just be mortified. And people don't think about when they commit crimes that are this heinous, that your family's going to pay for this. But in the end, who's on the island, and can you prove they had sex? Now, I keep going back to the documentary where the guy who handled the IT on the island, he was getting paid a lot of money to make sure the cell phone's up and you can do everything. He had to quit the job. It made him so sick because he saw all these famous people in like swimming pools with these younger girls.
Well, yeah, why can't he testify?
He can. He's not going to.
Is he still alive?
He's not going to.
He's probably scared to death.
If I was him,
Do they
I don't know where I
is?
would go.
They know his name?
Oh, they have. Yeah, he's been in the
my God.
documentary.
Oh,
They know who he
jeez.
is. You know, they don't want to know who's on the island because I'll tell you what, so the people on the island have a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, I'm not talking like they got like
It's not
first
a
class
lot.
money. They
No,
got
no.
big jet money.
It's not big jet money. It's unlimited money.
I
They
know.
can basically just print the money,
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
So why isn't there a list of where the news goes, okay, here are the 20 people who are on the island?
Because the top 20 people can just print money and give it to people and tell them don't run any
so
stories.
if you're a congressman and you're the one running around screaming about this stuff, just get the list. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. I quadruple dare you because you ain't going to do it. Because somebody who gives you a lot of money is going to go, nope, don't do it. Don't publish it. Don't say anything. You need to start talking. Trump was talking bad about Whoopi again. Talk about that for the next 6
Talk
months.
about Whoopi.
Okay? I mean, because that's really the thing. Nobody has brought it up. Name a congressman who got in front of Congress and goes, I want all the documents. Everybody wants the documents.
Well,
they
they all
don't-
wanted them until they got released, and then everybody started backing off.
Everybody does. You know, there's
I
nobody who doesn't
demand
want
the
them.
release. Oh, they're out? Oh, uh-oh.
The reality is if I was on the list, they said, hey, Jeff had a thing and he knew that he donated or there's a picture with him. I take pictures with people at shows all the time. And celebrities and politicians, when they say, oh, here's a picture with Jeffrey Epstein with the head of the Democratic Party, the head of the Republican or whoever, anybody in the room pays for a picture. You don't get to go, oh, I can't take a picture with you because of this. They don't know. I have pictures of myself with people that I don't like. I think there's a picture of me with Lou Pearlman that we took backstage at a concert. There's always somebody that you take pictures with who you never know that they're going to be like evil people later. I mean, how many people are in Diddy pictures? I mean, every celebrity has a picture with him and Diddy.
Well,
they can't wait for it.
How many people went to his concert and supported
Yeah.
his lifestyle?
Who still support
him?
I mean, think of the kid from that 70s show who's in prison for
There's a kid from the 70s show in prison?
Yeah, Hyde, the guy who played
Hyde's
Hyde.
in prison?
Yeah,
Oh, no. What did Hyde do?
essayed.
Essayed?
Essay. We can't say what it stands for.
He wrote an essay?
Essay is another thing when you go.
I didn't know
"Hey,
you could write something and go to prison for writing an essay. What was it about?
dude, you're like 80. It's like saying somebody unalive somebody. Essay is short for
Essay.
sex assault.
Oh.
Yes.
So you're not saying
I can't say
you're
it.
not saying essay and ESAY like my
The
essay.
filters block our
You're
words.
saying the initial S
Yes.
followed by the initial A.
We get blocked.
I got you.
We get blocked
Well, how come we don't get blocked for saying SA?
because
It's the same thing. That's so
algorithm's stupid. It's stupid. That's okay. Every time I watch it, Kurt was unalive by Bob before he essayed him. I'm going, oh God.
And the algorithm isn't smart enough
Nope.
to pick up the euphemism.
Nope. Some douche is saying it like that. He unalived him. Unalived. I don't get it. It's the world we live in. So we have to do it or nobody sees it. One person views what we just said.
Oh.
Now another 10,000 will view it because I look stupid trying to explain to you what essay means. And not like essay, no,
That's what I thought.
or please write a 5-page essay. God.
I pull my beanie all the way down to my eyebrows.
Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, Holmes.
Stop it. When it comes down to it, we're talking about something that happened. Majority of these things happened 20 years ago. We discover 150 kids in Atlanta who are being trafficked, and nobody says a word. Nobody cares about the 150 kids. Nobody cares about the 500 kids we find every year who gets essayed in this country. But we're going to make a big deal about Epstein. Why? Because it's fun to talk about it because we're not talking about the important things today. There are so many important things in our country going on. There are people who are starving. There are people who aren't, making it. And our big thing is we want to talk about the sexy conversation about Epstein. And it's gross. He's a gross dude. And the best thing we could do is stop talking about him. Arg! I know I couldn't help it. The Orlando Pirates, our new indoor football team. I'm so excited to have it. And we have a new fantastic quarterback. It's going to be amazing. The season starts in less than 3 weeks. Now, we have a very special quarterback, too. He played for Alabama, played for Maryland, and now he plays for us. Taulia Tagovailoa. That might sound familiar. It's because his brother was a quarterback for Miami. Good lineage, great guy. It was a fantastic game to you. Love dealing with him, and I'm so excited to not only be a sponsor for the new league, but to be part of every game. Look forward to seeing you. Leah, I got to tell you, moving from Massachusetts to Orlando, Massachusetts is a great city.
Yes, sir.
Good food, the good stuff, good state. I said, but we got some pretty good weather here.
Yes, sir. I think that was pretty cool, having my brother down in Miami. And I'm always in Miami, my off season and stuff like that. So it's good to kind of be close to him. And I'm just excited. I know Jawad, our GM, he got something great for us. And just a day here, we've been enjoying it, and new facilities and stuff like that. So looking forward to it.
A lot of people, when they think about, they don't understand, there's no off season for you.
Yes, sir.
It's 24. So you don't go, for the summer, I'm going to go on trips. I mean, I have to stay in form,
Yes, sir.
every week. How tough there are days that you go, listen, I don't want to get up and train today.
Yes,
what do you think pulls you out of bed? Because listeners, everyone's going, well, how does he do it? He works his ass off. What gets you out of bed when you're going, I don't want to do the 2 routines today or the 3 routines? What do you think is the most important thing that gets you going?
I think it's just, honestly, after college, you kind of get entitled on having an opportunity to play football. And after not getting drafted and going through the CFL, even going to Germany and coming here, you realize, or you gain a sense of appreciation for the sport of football, and everything is done for me and my family. So I think just that. And recently, maybe 4 months ago, I had my baby boy.
Oh, congratulations, man.
That's a great reason, for you to wake up and do something special. And yeah, I think it's just that, and everyone has their why. I go home, and I always enjoy time at home, whether it's Alabama, Florida, or Hawaii. And, there's a lot of my friends that are very talented, and they dream of playing, football still to this day, and I have the opportunity. So I think I'm just very appreciative, for the Orlando Pirates, to them that I still have the opportunity to play football. And honestly, that's what wakes me up. And this has been my life, this has been my whole life, for 25 years.
What's amazing to me is how many great players come out of Hawaii, how many quarterbacks have come out of Hawaii, how many great linemen, what do you think it is about Hawaii and the culture in high school that brings so many players into college football?
One thing we like to say is we think it's the cocoa that flows through our veins. And coming off the island, football is everything, especially for the Samoan culture and the Polynesian culture. Football is everything. So we breathe football out there.
It's so cool. I love that, because I think there's a mentality to football. And I was a sports agent for many years, and everything is always so locked in. How high can you jump? How tall you are? What's your weight? The combine is all about these specific things they make you do, but they can't measure heart.
Yes, sir.
And how tough is it for you to go, listen, you don't get it. I'm willing to kill myself for this sport.
Yes, sir. I think that's just goes back to the Polynesian culture of, us being warriors and having that from our ancestors and stuff like that. So like you said, the combine focuses on those little things, but things like heart, you can't coach that.
Now, you're a quarterback. Everyone thinks they watch football. They know what it's like. The decisions you have to make are in a split second. You don't get a chance to, when you step up to that line and you look in front of you, how many calculations are you doing through your head, just between the defense, between your players, between everything else? I can't imagine the chaos you have going on in your head when you step up to that line.
Yes, sir. I think all that reverts back to, Monday or Sunday when the game finishes, and it all comes from preparation. And usually coaches, they try to make practice harder than the game, so that when you come to the game, nothing surprises you and the game kind of slows down for you. So I think everything goes in with preparation, but then again, you come to the game and there's always new things, that the defense shows and they prepare as well. So I think it just all comes down to preparation.
Now, when you watch a player get hit sometimes, especially a quarterback when he doesn't see it, and there are times that you're on the ground, you go, that was a good one, but I mean, how much are you allowed to show? You go, I can't let these guys see that I got hurt. You don't want your team to know. And you clearly don't want the other side to know weaknesses. I mean,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure there are those times where you took a hit and you go, just get up.
Of course. I think it's the nature of football. You're going to get hit. But being a quarterback, quarterback of the team, you got to have, you got to be the strongest mentally, and you got to have toughness. And I think the tougher you are and mentally and physically, your team feeds off of that. And when they see you get knocked off your feet and you hop right back up, it kind of motivates your team and inspires them. So
when I see a movie, I walk out of that movie feeling inspired, everything else like that.
yes, sir.
As somebody who's never played the game on your level, when you see a movie, what sports movie do you go back to? You go, oh yeah, I love that. That I walk out of that movie feeling good. I've seen it 50 times. I mean, what movie do you pull to?
I don't think mine is a football movie. It's more like a Never Back Down, like a fighting movie. And I love those fighting movies because these guys get knocked down, and us, we get hit with equipment. We have a helmet to protect the shoulder pads and thigh pads and stuff like that. But these guys are getting hit, in their bare face, and seeing the relentlessness of them, coming back to the gym, working hard. And, I get real motivated and feels good.
One thing I love about inside football, some people might know it as arena football, but this is the indoor football league. It's the same game, everything else. Like in hockey, you got the walls.
Yeah.
And, in regular football, you can run out of bounds and be okay.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you have to be thinking about that wall a little bit when you get close to it.
Yes, sir. I got hit in the wall a couple of times, and but that's the beauty of the indoor league. It's kind of the hockey size rink, and it's physical, and I think that's what makes a lot of people want to watch. Indoor football league, and people love football, especially in Florida. But I think the physicality of the game really makes everything more fun to watch.
Now, I followed Kurt Warner's career.
Yes,
One of the jokes that they make in the movie, they talk about, he goes, you guys are just moving a lot slower than I'm used to. And he said that inside football moves a lot faster than outside football.
Sure.
You've played both games now.
Yes, sir.
How quick is that inside football game in comparison to, when you played at Alabama and Maryland?
Yeah, I think it's, like Kurt Warner says, night and day with the speed and the quick decisions you got to make. And talking to my agent, I think this was the best thing that could have happened for me. And knowing the quickness you have to play, even with running the ball and making decisions, throwing the ball, quick release and stuff like that. I think that's part of my game. But playing in the indoor strengthens it, and it's obviously going to prepare me for outdoor.
When I was an NFL agent, players didn't have to worry about the internet. There was no social media. I can't even imagine how tough it is for you as a young athlete. Every game is scrutinized by millions of people. It's not just the newspaper you worry about. You look at me, newspaper, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Every second during the game, people are lighting this up. What do you do to not pay attention to social media? Because it'll make you crazy, especially somebody in your position.
Yes, sir. Really, it's my faith, my belief in God, and just always trusting in Him, and, not worrying about what other people have to say, and I know sometimes it could hurt. My actions on the field could not only hurt me, but also hurt my family and the people that love me. And it's also hard making them understand that, because they're always on social media and stuff like that. But just putting my faith in God.
We talk about, I've made some mistakes online. I've responded when I shouldn't have. I got mad and I typed in something. The control you must have on a daily basis to go, I don't care. I'll do what I'm supposed to do on the field.
Yes,
whatever happens off the field, I can't control some guy in his basement who's upset about something.
Yes, sir. I think that goes back to faith and my family. I have a really tight circle, and those people keep me grounded. And when you hear your name on social media or something, you want to look at it, whether it's good or bad. But I think staying busy helps.
The Orlando Pirates. I'm telling you, somebody told me less than 2 months ago they're like, hey, Jeff, we're getting a new, they call that Arena Football League. We're getting a new arena team. And I was going, man, because there's nothing like arena football and compared to regular football. And I grew up on the Dolphins. I grew up going to the Orange Bowl and then Joe Robbie.
Yes, sir.
And that is more of a coliseum where this is, you are locked into what's going on. It's moving that fast. And transferring to this, and now you're going, okay, I'm going to Orlando. What was the coolest thing when you go, oh, we're moving to Orlando? What was one of the most things you look forward to? And if you say Disney World, I'm losing my mind, but you're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, coming from Hawaii, growing up, we only see these things on TV or on the newspaper,
right.
Back then. But, just Disney World and being in the city, it's a different spot. Like last year, I never been to Massachusetts before, so that was super cool. And we get the blessing of being in Orlando, so just enjoying everything.
Now, everyone gets to go home every once in a while. We all somehow, I was born in Miami, so I head home and I go home. It once you've been away from it so long, it kind of feels you're going, wow, it feels like a story sometimes, but you need it. It's part of who you are.
Yes,
when you go home now, are you going, I've seen a lot since I left the island. Does it affect you? Is there a greater appreciation you have now when you go home?
Yes, sir. Of course. Being away in high school, really it's just the family and the beaches, the food, everything kind of brings you back to your childhood, like humble beginnings and stuff like that. So it makes you really appreciate where you came from, and it's good to have a reset too when you go back. So,
well, I can't tell you what, for everybody who's listening now, you got to come out. You got to support. This is our team now. This isn't a $1 billion company. This is local owners coming together to give Orlando a fantastic product. This isn't a bunch of billionaires coming together trying to sell teams and make money. This is what really professional minor league is. It's being able to support a local team. And I don't want to use the word minor league, but it's not the NFL. It's our team. It's not a bunch of bubbleheads. It's not this. It's about us going, supporting the community and having a professional team that is ours. And I love that. I'm glad it came back. And
yes,
I can't tell you, I look forward to talking to you in the future.
Yes, sir. Me too, boss. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.